salute you. Conan the Barbarian.
Did you know that one of the most legendary fantasy movies ever made was also one of the wildest film shoots in Hollywood? Conan the Barbarian wasn't just muscle, swords, and magic. Behind the scenes, it was full of dangerous stunts, real injuries, and strange moments that turned this 80s epic into a legend. So grab your sword and fur boots, because we're diving into 20 totally insane facts about Conan the Barbarian. When Arnold Schwarzenegger was cast as Conan, he looked the part, but didn't have a clue how to swing a sword. He trained for months with a martial arts master to learn real techniques. The director even said that at first, Arnold looked like he was trying to kill a fly. But after brutal training, he could swing a 15-pound broadsword like it was nothing. And that training came in handy because soon, things got a lot more dangerous.
Conqueror. Conan.
Forget green screens. The 1980s didn't have that luxury. Most of the stunts you see were actually done by Arnold himself. From wrestling snakes to running from wild horses, it was all real. One wrong move and it could have ended badly. The crew even joked that Conan had more real injuries than most war movies. But those snakes weren't the only real danger on set. The massive snakes in the movie weren't CGI, obviously. They were 36-foot animatronic monsters built with real moving jaws. They looked so real that some actors refused to go near them. Arnold said filming those scenes made him feel like he was in a nightmare. And if that wasn't strange enough, one of the snakes actually caught fire during filming. During one of the fight scenes, sparks from nearby equipment landed on a snake's rubber body, setting it ablaze. The crew freaked out, thinking the whole thing would explode. Luckily, they put out the flames just in time, but the melted snake looked so creepy that they used it in another shot. From fiery snakes to freezing nights, the set just kept getting harder to survive. Those desert scenes might look warm, but most were filmed in Spain during freezing winter months. The cast had to act like they were sweating while they were actually shivering. Arnold joked that the hardest part of being Conan wasn't fighting, it was pretending not to freeze to death. And the cold wasn't their only problem, their costumes were literally falling apart. Since everyone wore fur and leather, the costumes tore constantly during fights. Sometimes, actors had to tape their outfits back together between takes. The costume department worked non-stop, sewing pieces back on before the next camera roll. The crew said they could tell how rough a scene was by how many stitches they needed afterward. But even that was nothing compared to the director's obsession with perfection. John Milius didn't just want a muscular hero. He wanted Arnold to look like a warrior who lived and fought every day. So before filming, he made him train 6 hours daily. Sword fighting, horse riding, climbing, and even running barefoot on rocks. By the time they started shooting, Arnold wasn't acting anymore. He really had the body and reflexes of a barbarian. But that training came at a painful price. During filming, Arnold hurt his back, shoulder, and even cut himself with real swords. He refused to stop shooting and kept pushing through every injury. He later said, "If you're bleeding, that just means you're doing it right." Classic Arnold. But not every scene needed blood. One needed fake muscles instead. Arnold was obviously real, but not everyone could match his build. So the crew gave bodybuilder Sandahl Bergman, who played Valeria, fake muscle padding under her costume for certain shots. It made her look even more powerful on screen. She said it was heavy and hot, but worth it. She wanted to look like a warrior, not a damsel. And speaking of Valeria, her fight scenes were some of the toughest ever filmed. In one intense fight, Sandahl swung her sword too close to a prop shield and hit it hard enough to fracture her finger. She didn't stop, though. She kept filming the rest of the scene while hiding the injury. By the end of the day, her hand was completely swollen. That's real dedication. And she wasn't the only one who got hurt for the movie. Thousands of extras played soldiers, guards, and villagers. Many of them were amateurs who didn't know much about acting or sword safety. During battle scenes, some swung their swords too hard and accidentally hit people for real. The crew said filming the big fights was like controlled chaos. And that chaos went way beyond the battlefield. Horses, camels, dogs, vultures, you name it, they were there. The animals often didn't cooperate. Horses ran off during takes, camels refused to move, and one vulture bit Arnold during a scene. He kept acting anyway. The trainers said working with animals in armor was harder than working with the actors. But the crew wasn't just afraid. They were busy having something unexpected during the movie. The filming of the movie in Spain took place in extremely cold conditions. To prevent the fake blood from freezing, the effects team mixed the blood concentrate with vodka instead of water. In scenes where actors had to spit up blood, many of them accidentally swallowed the alcoholic mix. They would then ask the crew for more. This led to an unexpected happy hour on set. And after that, Arnold had to do something far more dangerous. Yes, that famous scene where Conan punches a camel in the face was real. The animal was trained. And no, it wasn't harmed, but Arnold actually made contact. He said it was one of the strangest things he's ever done for a movie. The camel didn't seem to mind. It just looked confused and wandered off. But the strangest scene of all might be the one that wasn't even in the script. During a quiet campfire moment, Arnold added his own reaction when Conan reflects on his life. It wasn't in the script, he just started talking, trying to sound deep and emotional. The crew didn't stop rolling, and it ended up being one of the most powerful moments in the film. And one actor on set inspired him to take acting more seriously after that. Yes, Darth Vader himself. James Earl Jones played the villain Thulsa Doom, and between takes, he helped Arnold with line delivery and emotion. Arnold said Jones told him, "Don't act tough, just be tough." That advice stuck with him for his whole career. And it showed, because Arnold wasn't just an action star after this, he was a legend. The main broadsword used by Arnold was handmade by a master craftsman. It was so detailed that it cost around $10,000 in 1982, the price of a small car. It was made from real steel, not props. Arnold loved it so much that he kept it after filming. And it's still hanging in his office today. Because of all the blood, nudity, and violence, Conan the Barbarian was banned in several countries, including Malaysia and parts of the Middle East. Some theaters refused to show it at all. But fans who did see it called it a perfect mix of beauty and brutality. And that mix helped it earn a cult following. Composer Basil Poledouris created one of the most epic movie soundtracks of all time for Conan. The orchestra was massive, and the theme, Anvil of Crom, still gives fans chills. Fun fact, it was recorded before the movie was even finished. The music set the tone for everything that came after, and it carried over into Arnold's future career, too. Before Conan, Arnold was known as a bodybuilder trying to break into acting. After it, he was a global star. It opened the door to the Terminator and every blockbuster that followed. Arnold said he owed everything to Conan because it showed the world he could do more than flex. He could lead, fight, and bring a hero to life. So there you have it, 20 strange, dangerous, and true facts about Conan the Barbarian. From burning snakes to real camel punches, this movie was pure madness. But that chaos made it a classic. Which of these facts shocked you the most? If you liked this video and it brought back memories, you will like this video as well.